What's up, everybody? How long has it been since our last episode? It's been a while. Yep, we're still stuck at home. Welcome back to Mamak Sessions. It's been a while, guys. It's been over 500 days and we're still stuck at home.
Has it been 500 days?
Yeah, more than 500 days. I think it was like 500 days on the first week of August, somewhere lah. Because, as usual, people will kind of make an anniversary out of everything. March 18th this year. It was like, yay, 1 year of MCO. You know what I mean? And we have passed over 500 days of freaking being stuck at home. But I'm so glad to have Ryan and Shufei back on the show. What is up? It's been a while.
Hello.
It's been too long.
Yeah,
last time the three of us were together in a podcast.
Right. People have been asking me like, where is Mama Sessions? Why haven't you guys recorded a new episode?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think
life got in the way.
Yeah,
it got in the way.
I think I would like to kind of explain that it's really, really tough to do a remote Mamak Sessions recording because it's not as personal as it would be when you have a guest in the studio, or even if it's just the three of us like talking to each other in the studio, because it's just not that personal. When you go on the screen, it's like they're boring lah. Then after that, one of you connection drop, then gone case, that kind of thing.
Yeah, or suddenly someone lag or cannot hear anything.
Yeah.
Very potong.
But also it's also been really, really tough because it's just hard to get in touch with anyone who would want to come out and talk because everybody is just stuck in this mindset. Everyone is going through something. Everybody's struggling. Okay, not everyone, but most of us are.
I feel like even if you're not struggling financially, right, you are definitely struggling in like another way, whether it's like mentally, some people, even though they're financially fine, just being stuck at home, being caged at home, is kind of, it does take a toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
That's true.
I speak to Ryan almost every day on weekdays because we still work. But Shufei, it's been a while, man. What's up? What have you been doing?
I've been speaking to Ryan a lot.
Oh, geez, thanks. Okay, cool. It's all right.
Just exclude Jin from our conversations.
Wow. Thanks, guys. Okay, fine. But yeah, Shufei, how have you been?
I'm good. The last time we had like a podcast-ish kind of thing, it was on Clubhouse, remember?
Yeah, we did.
So that time I was telling you like I was studying Japanese, right? Now I picked up something else. And Ryan picked this up with me also.
Well, is that building keyboards?
Yeah, I started building custom keyboards and then I poisoned Ryan. So the reason why we have been talking so much is because of that also. Wait.
Okay, so you build keyboards and then do what?
Then you tap on it lah.
Yeah, you tap on it lah. Hello.
Is it okay?
What's the keyboard for?
So okay, I don't know. Is this like a current trend thing? Because I know that I bought a mechanical keyboard at one point in time because it's just cool because you have the clicky sound apart from the whole laptop keyboard kind of thing, right? And then I kind of came across some people who made like their own custom keyboards, but I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I give up. I look at it, so I was like, oh, bloody hell, so damn chiong here. I'm not even gonna try.
Actually, I used to be like that also. I used to like, I love the clicky one. Then I bought my cheap keyboard. It's like, you go to the digital mall there, you sell one set one.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, nice. Mechanical keyboard, cheap some more, 100 ringgit, got mouse and everything. Then I type, the more I use, then it's been like 3 years I've been using it, and then it just got annoying, the sound. And then you guys always complain whenever we have our meetings.
Oh yeah.
I'm typing there, then you're like, Ryan is typing. Then I'm like, okay lah, what time to do something about it lah. And then thanks to our dear Miss Shufei here and Jason also another one. Jason Lee. They introduced me to this world of keyboards, and
really?
Now I'm sucked in.
No, the thing is, it's not very mainstream before this. I think recently it has kind of had a big boom, right? It's because there are more affordable kits coming out.
Yeah.
Previously, they weren't. Most of them are very expensive and it's very hard to get. Yeah, so now, right, a lot of China brands are coming out with affordable ones.
Yeah.
So for people like us, we can afford them. We can afford to custom our keyboards now.
Got it.
That's why a lot of people are doing it more recently, lah. Yeah.
So at one point in time, mechanical keyboards are like, you reach and then you buy. You know, you buy your Corsairs. What else? What other brands are there? The gaming keyboards are the mechanical.
Razer,
Logitech.
You know? Those are like easily like almost close to 1,000, you know, like the actual really high-end gaming keyboards are like reaching 1,000.
Why would someone pay like $1,000 for a freaking keyboard?
It's the branding. It's like, why would you buy Nike shoes?
Oh, okay. It's just like how, just like why would you buy an iPhone? It's just the branding, guys.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but funny that you said that, we all complain about Ryan typing on his mechanical keyboard when we're having meetings. But when I'm at home, I didn't believe this. I sent it to Shufei. I watched a freaking video of a guy just typing on a keyboard for freaking 45 minutes.
Right.
And it's just and it's just him clicking. Okay, I have a keyboard over here. So you like
yeah.
Maybe we should do a Mamak Sessions episode which is like 30 minutes of just typing.
Just ASMR typing.
Yeah.
I hear mine. This is my model one.
How? Okay, we can't hear anything because
all the voice, all the noise reduction.
Yeah. So
I got the noise reduction.
You see, the thing is, it doesn't sound nice when I type. You know what I mean? It only sounds nice when somebody else types when you watch. So yeah, it's like before I sleep, right? It's so funny. It's like it's something that I watch to put me to sleep because it's so. I don't know why. It's just so satisfying, but boring at the same time.
It's like, people listen to rain or waterfall sound. Like listening to the wave. You listen to keyboard typing to sleep.
Yeah. And Michelle was like, what the fuck are you listening to? I was like, keyboards. What? Keyboards. Keyboards. Then she's like, okay, I give up. I don't even want to try and understand what my husband's going through. But man, it's been 500 days. We have been stuck at home. Ryan and I, we know the struggles because we do production. It's been shit. I won't lie.
It's very challenging.
The rules have been changing on and off, and it's been making us spend a lot of money. Just so you know, Shufei, or for those of you listening, we run a production company, and I think at one point in time there was this ruling where production cannot shoot outdoors.
Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't the rule still apply now?
No. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. So they released a ruling saying that you cannot shoot outdoors. You have to shoot indoors, and not any indoor location or whatever. Not you need to shoot in an approved indoor studio, which is approved by the film board of whatever, FINAS. And the thing is, like, okay, my question was very simple. So if I need to shoot a living room scene, what do I have to do? It means you have to build the damn living room in the damn studio. What if I need to shoot an outdoor scene? You build that outdoor scene indoor.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of questions, right, Ryan, when we were doing this. It's like, isn't it safer to shoot outdoors because there's ventilation?
Exactly. Everyone's been saying like, you need to have open ventilation, and then you need more space. That helps with the social distancing, And then they come out with this rule shooting indoor, but what to do is the rules we have to follow. We don't follow, we get fined, we get compound 10,000 ringgit per person.
Yeah.
That's not a fun thing to go through.
Just so you know, in order for us to shoot, we have to acquire a license to shoot, which is called the SPP, if you guys are wondering. All right, SPP is called Surat Pengakuan Pengambaran. Okay, basically permit. All right. And without that permit, you can't shoot, because at any point of time, they can basically ask you to, show your letter. And then if you don't show it, all of us get fined. Fine, no problem. I remember we did something for a client. We had to spend 3 times the amount of what we were initially about to spend, only to find out recently, you guys have to now shoot outdoors because outdoors the ventilation better. Indoors is a higher risk. And I'm, what the hell? Yeah, so that's what we've been going through.
I mean, you know what are the other challenges that I'm seeing right now? Your hair, Jane. Your hair. It's like a new hairstyle completely, man.
You know what my mom said? My mom said, wow, Jin really look like his mother already.
Oh man.
Someone when he wear the mask, I remember when he went to get his vaccination, he posted a picture of himself with the mask.
Yeah.
And then my mom told me, hey, Ryan, Jin really look like the mother already.
Oh,
I couldn't recognize
man.
him. We wear the mask and everything somehow.
Oh man, yeah, I remember posting that picture up just like, oh, if I got my second shot, but I got roasted instead. People call me, I look like my mom lah. Call me, I look like a, I look like a Korean housewife lah, or stuff like that lah. I'm like, okay, yeah, but
What to do?
look,
Cannot
this is living proof that I did not break any SOP, because you know me,
Same.
you guys know me. When it comes to
Yeah.
my hair, I will always
yeah.
cut it. You know what I mean? I'm very vain. I'm vain like that, and you know. A lot of people have always been asking me, hey, when are you going to change your hairstyle? When are you going to change your hairstyle? Yeah, I've changed it. Took a pandemic to change my hairstyle. Hey, be proud of me, man. I'm going to give myself a round of applause.
Yeah, clap for you. You're very stubborn when it comes to your hair.
But
Yeah, I can't cut my hair also. Like, look, one is short again, but I can't. Now I can tie my hair already. Yeah.
Shufei, you look fine. Okay, you're a girl. To have long hair is fine. Ryan needs hair.
Donate some, please. Please donate. That's why do you think I'm wearing a hat?
But like, what do you? Okay, I just want to ask this question to the both of you. All right, we're gonna get.
Yes.
I want it to be as realistic as possible. Okay, take this as realistic. Be as realistic as possible. How
Sorry.
soon?
Yeah.
How soon do you think before we get out of this mess? When do you think we're gonna go out? Okay, don't talk about normal. Okay, we all know that it's gonna be a freaking long time before we get back to normal. How long do you think before we get out of this mess?
Shufei, you want to go first?
A year.
Are you?
A year from now. You mean August 2022?
Yes.
Oh my god, I thought
No.
my answer was gonna be bad.
So what?
That
You
is
so
next
you,
level bleak.
so you think we're gonna be
was-
stuck at home for another year?
Yeah.
Huh?
What's Ryan's answer?
I was gonna say end of the year, like January.
Nah, that's gonna be like next year, bro.
1 year.
Even if we get to go out at the end of the year, right? Something's gonna happen, and then we're gonna go back to lockdown again. I kind of feel like that's gonna happen.
Do you know that Australia had been going in and out of lockdowns?
Yeah.
They've been going in and out of lockdowns. I've got friends who are in Australia. It's like, that 7 cases lockdown, that kind of thing. And yeah, I know a lot of us are unhappy in Malaysia with how things are going. Australia also, because like a lot of their local people keep on complaining about their government as well. So 1 year, why? I mean, no. But what? Okay, what if we achieve herd immunity? 80% of the population is being vaccinated.
I don't know. I guess the end of the year seems realistic, but like last year, I thought this year will be fine. But hey, we are still here, so we will never know what will happen.
What about you, Ryan? How long do you think before we get out?
Minimum. At this rate, I think 6 months with taking the herd immunity into account. Because I think we were talking about this earlier also, right, Jin?
Yeah.
Like I was mentioning, if nothing changes, like if nothing in the system change, if nothing in the process change, the results will never change.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? You need to change something to affect a change in your result. But as it is right now, that nothing is changing, nothing is improving. There are no plans to kind of like help the situation improve. Everything is just, okay, this is our plan that we set from how long ago? Few months ago. And the cases in less than 2 months has quadrupled. We started up going to this lockdown with what? 3,000 cases, 4,000 cases. Now it's times 5 there already, Now we're at 20,000 cases. Today, 21,000 cases. Since then, the SOP has never really like altered. Yeah, we went into FMCO, EMCO, back to FMCO, but let's be real, I didn't really see much change out there.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Cars are still going out, and the enforcement, I feel, is just not up to par. So that's just my take. You don't change anything now, there's not going to be a change in the result.
But you're all fully vaccinated. You're fully vaccinated, Ryan.
Yeah.
And Shufei, your whole family is fully vaccinated too, right?
Not yet. My mom and my dad. My dad is taking his second dose this month, and then my mom is the next.
Oh, wow.
She just took it like last month. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I remember. I'm sure all of you read this, but there was this girl who had a dad who had his vaccination, on the 22nd of June, and he got tested positive a week later, and then he passed away.
Ayo.
Yeah, and I was a bit. When I read that story, it was really, really sad because all of them had to quarantine themselves in their individual rooms, and then I think the daughter found the father in the washroom. He fell down, and he was still conscious, but after that, they had to send him to the hospital, and they lost him. And then I asked a friend of mine who was actually who was working as a frontliner. I was like, he took both doses. How come? Again, there's no right answer lah. Obviously, he said that. Look, I like to say that. I mean, again, don't take his word for it. He says that it takes about 2 weeks for your vaccine to be fully activated. I can't find a better word to explain it. But when you take your vaccine, the second shot, you gotta give it give it some time for it to build up the antibodies in your body in order to basically fight the virus. The thing is, a lot of people tend to go out thinking that, oh, I got my second dose already, I'm invincible. A lot of people actually think that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, it doesn't work that way. This is not Super Mario. You don't eat a mushroom and then instantly grow big.
Yeah, and I remember when the AZ vaccine was first rolled out, a lot of people, I'm doing this to protect my family. And I was a bit confused, you know what I mean? It's like, I was like, oh, okay, how does it protect? Okay, if everybody's vaccinated, yes, it's protected. But like some people were saying that, I don't want to bring the virus home to my family, so that's why I'm getting the virus. And I'm like, no, does it mean that we cannot transmit, and stuff like that? Although, I just feel that right now, everything is just assumption, don't you think so?
I think now it's very hard to tell because we have the new variant and everything is changing. Like whatever we thought we knew, I don't think we know anymore.
Yeah. I talked to Jason Leong a lot. Obviously, he's an advocate for vaccination, right? So we were talking about the cases, and then he said, vaccination is great. Yeah. Okay, good. No problem. His friends got vaccinated. Some got positive. No problem. Asymptomatic. Not an issue. Okay? Some elderlies that he knows also vaccinated. Got positive COVID. No problem. Asymptomatic. Okay? Some also got stage 3. But after that, boom. Healed. No problem. All vaccinated. Then came the Lambda damn variant.
The new one, right? This is like the latest variant.
Yeah, and apparently I read that, apparently it's not, vaccines are not very, very effective against it, although not proven yet. So
I think that's not enough sample size, maybe.
Yeah, then I sent the screenshot of that. I sent it to Jason. I was like, this is going to fuck it up for all of us, isn't it? He's like, yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, which is why you understand why I say we're going to give it another year before we get to live normally again. But like when I see overseas, all the US people, some of my friends that they're in the US because they're there for studies and whatever. Wow, they're living their normal life, man. And then I'm just here like, oh.
Same, like my friends are going out to bars and like on the weekend, just chilling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. And then here we are stuck in lockdown.
So you all know Eric Lofsted, right?
Yeah.
So Eric Lofsted, if for those of you listening, he's a friend of ours, actor. Now he's the head Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
The head Mickey Mouse at the
he's the big mouse.
He's the big mouse of the Mickey Mouse Club in Astro. So he went back to Sweden. And at first I thought it was like throwback pictures, of him flying. But then again, he was wearing a full face shield mask on the plane. So obviously it's current times. And then when the minute he landed, right, he just started Insta storying with his mask off and everything. And everybody around him was not wearing masks. And I'm like, I looked at it at first, then second. At first I was like, wow, this fella, where is he? Trying to pass judgment here. Where's this fella?
Yeah.
Why is he not wearing his mask? You know what I mean? And then after that, obviously he's traveling. And then I saw where he went. He went to the bars, went out to eat, went to the gym, cycling with his parents. And I just started messaging him, dude, I really envy you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I keep rewatching your stories back again and again, even though it's you eating a damn pizza or drinking a mug of beer. I keep watching it over and over. And I don't normally these things on a normal day on your Insta story, you just next, right? And I'm just watching it over and over again. And I realized I started asking him questions about it. It's so stupid. I realized it after doing it and I was like, hey man, what's it like there? How's it like to go out?
Yeah. It's like things that, it's supposed to be like something we used to do all the time, go out, have a beer, go karaoke, your friends or something.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's so precious, these memories, this feeling of going out and just enjoying your friends. We haven't felt that in like over a year,
Man.
So depressing. Because it's just depressing to stay here.
Yeah, because apparently our government is only fighting to count the numbers right now instead of trying to solve the problem. So anyways.
Counting the wrong numbers. That's the problem.
Did you guys see the Iron case recently? The update?
Yeah.
So the teacher, this is the one that the teacher made a very sexist
the lawsuit,
joke.
right?
Yeah. So her parents countersued the teacher for 5 million, right?
Yeah.
So now the teacher is saying that Ain's whole case, right, has caused him to have mental trauma also. Then don't make the joke, bro.
Yeah. I feel Okay, that's why, right? I asked the question the other day to my wife. Do you think you want to send our daughter to our local government schools? And I said the answer is no. It's why? It's because of these things. When I was in school, right, teachers are powerful, right? The kids are we are being brought up to understand that the teachers are the ones with powers in school. They say whatever, you shut up. I remember, look, man, I think it's whatever we're going through right now, it's a lot more different. I feel students have the right to defend themselves if they feel something's not right. I remember when I was in class, I've said this before on the show, the teacher punished me. She basically took out the yellow ruler, the long ass yellow ruler that they used to draw lines on the blackboard, and she whacked my knuckles, and my knuckles is crooked until today. Do you think that is right? And it's because I did not do my pembetulan. Is that right? I just need to ask you. If a teacher did that to you today, what would you do?
Today is a very different world. Back then, I
take
got
the
my
picture.
ass whooped,
Look at my teacher, point something, hit my knuckle and post on
I
social
think
media.
times are. That's why I say it's not black and white lah. Back then, I went to Chinese school lah. Like if you didn't get your ass whooped in Chinese school, that's an achievement right there, man.
Man.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I got my ass whooped. I was a very naughty student. I never do homework.
Yeah. And some students really they not scared one. You see, like Ryan, this kind, they not scared one.
But the thing is, I understood why I was getting whacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do homework. Teacher angry. They whacked me. I'm like, I understood. I understood the cause, the source, and then the cause and the effect.
Yeah.
The cause, I didn't do homework. Effect, I got whooped.
But they didn't.
Very clear.
I'm very sure they didn't whack you until you cannot walk or cannot write, right?
No lah.
So that happened to me.
Not like abuse lah.
I cannot whack, right, until for 1 week I couldn't write properly, but I still forced myself to write because I was so afraid to get whacked again. And it's like the type where I remember when we didn't do our things properly, right? Doesn't matter if your hand, my right hand was swelled up, If my right hand was swelled up, she asked me to raise my other hand.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why
I think because your generation is before mine, so I think based on the experience of your generation, so when I kena whack last time, they always say what? Always hold your wrist like that so they don't accidentally whack your what? They whack your veins there.
Yeah.
So there are some sort of precautions, they execute their punishment with certain precautions in mind.
Yeah.
And then I think now it's evolved to cannot whack at all.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I still remember the teacher. I hate her. I'm not gonna name her.
Times have changed, man. My friend told me, now secondary school, right? Because they still spot check and all.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think it's just the society now. So her school, it's a USG school, by the way. So the girls, right? Apparently, they started drawing their eyebrows to school.
Wow.
Yeah, so the teacher, when she was during assembly, then the teacher was spot check, right?
Yep.
Then I think she realized something was odd, very off about the students. So she asked them to wipe off all of their makeup. No, and then really they wipe off, right? Totally different. My friend say it's my friend's sister lah. It's her because she's younger, so she's in the school. So she told me wow, all the girls just wipe off their makeup, right? Totally different, bro. I think they wipe off the eyebrow lah. Then maybe got concealer lah. Last time we can't even wear makeup to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean now still no lah, but I guess some of them are willing to break the rules. Last time it's cut the skirt a bit shorter, then the sleeves also shorter. I think maybe now it's a bit different lah. Yeah.
Yeah, but going back to this iron case, I think it's look, man. If the teacher was the one who was this is my opinion. All right, nobody has to agree with me. If the teacher complains that just because of this whole thing, it has spoiled his image and stuff like that, and this and that, blah 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 blah. For me, my question is but this schoolgirl is a girl. She's a minor. She's a young girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are encouraging people to do things they think that is wrong to make them think that it's right. And the thing is, she never once named who you were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't get the most.
She was getting all the threats. He was getting nothing because no one knew his name.
Yeah.
No one knew his identity. Nothing.
She could have just gone and said his name, whatever not, and social justice warriors would just basically find out where he lives and stuff like that. Yeah, really, yes, I understand. But she never once named his name. Until today, I'm like, who's this fella? I want to know who is he.
No one knows. And I feel this is actually a really serious case because these kind of thoughts and this kind of like behavior, right, is all learned. It's not like every boy's gonna gonna get born and it's like, oh, I want to rape someone. It's something you have to educate them,
Yeah.
And this does not help the education process. And we already know there are a lot of these kind of cases in Malaysia. And I do think this is something quite serious. Like it shows you what the educators of our country, not saying all of them are that, but there are still people out there who thinks these kind of things are okay. And I'm going to be very honest, like sex education in Malaysia is just a joke. It's non-existent.
Yeah, you say the word sex is cool, be like...
or worse, teacher scold you, teacher go and detention you. Haram.
Yeah, I think
these kind of things, you have to be open about it. You have to educate the kids,
Yeah, high school, I think high school kids in USA, I'm not sure at what age, they hand out condoms in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying, Shufei?
Did you guys see the other post? About this teacher also. They were doing a class on Zoom. And I think it's recent.
Yep.
But I can't remember the whole context lah. But I think the teacher asked the girl, I think they were quite young. I think like they're not even high schoolers. I think they were primary schoolers or like kindergarten or something like that. I can't remember. But the post is in Malay, if I'm not mistaken. I need to go and verify it. And then the teacher asked to like
show the belly button, is it that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So to bring
and if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a religious teacher.
Yeah, so to bring everybody into context,
or something like that.
Yeah, to bring everybody up to speed. So there was apparently a news article was going out of a religious teacher, kind of like trying to encourage a young minor to go into the bathroom and take off her religious clothing, and started to in defense that he is teaching her about body parts or sex
biology or something
biology
like that,
or whatever not. But thankfully the other students kind of, and they were young, they were very young.
I think her cousins were in the house before, who are older or something like that, and they saw saw what was happening, and thank God they could put a stop to it before it happened.
Exactly. I mean, can you imagine
8-year-old girl, come on, dude.
And a lot of people would probably think, there will be some people, I'm not saying everyone, okay? Some people say, this girl should know better, if a teacher, she should. It's like, you don't understand.
She's 8 years old, what does she know?
That's why you don't understand. Children have always been brought up to be like, to think that teachers, you are people to be feared, or the people, you are supposed to be fearful of teachers, and that's not how it is. You're supposed to build an amazing relationship with your teacher. They are your educators. They are your parents away from home. They are your guardians, And if teachers basically use this position, to basically take advantage of children, it's very sad.
Yeah, it's basically sexual grooming lah.
It is.
Yes, it is.
You wouldn't know what is going on,
Yeah.
And they would trust their teachers to know better.
I feel a lot of people don't really fully grasp how big a responsibility is to be a teacher. Like, I think Jin, you can relate somewhat. So I know, like when you're around Kazel, you really try to refrain from using certain words, and you tell us, hey, Kazel's in the room, don't start swearing or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and likewise also when I was coaching my kids that time, like I'm super duper extra cautious of every single word I say. You have to be, because children are like sponges. They absorb everything one shot like that,
Yeah.
And you really have to be very careful and really think about what you're telling them, what you're teaching them.
Because children will always believe that adults do the right things.
Yeah.
You see, like when I punish Kazel, right? So this is how me and Michelle punish Kazel, okay? We make her stand on the wall. And then we will ask her to say, what did you do wrong? And ask her to say, I will not do it again. And then the other day, Michelle was playing with Kazel in the toy area, and all of a sudden, Kazel said, "Mommy, let's swap roles." So Michelle would be Kazel, and Kazel would be Mommy. Kazel punished Michelle and asked Michelle to stand on the wall.
What did Michelle do wrong though?
Nothing.
Oh no!
Yeah, nothing. They were just playing. She said, just pretend. And she said everything. Whatever that Michelle said to Kazel, she asked Michelle to recite, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mommy, I will not do this again." And she said that, And then there was one type, we read up some articles, in order to teach your child that something is wrong, you ignore them. So Michelle tried to interact with her, say, "Oh, Mommy, I'm so sorry." Kazel actually ignored Michelle.
Wow.
She did exactly what Michelle did. And I'm like,
kids, they're literally sponges. You take the sponge and you put it in whatever water, and it will just absorb it.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're on this topic, right?
Yeah.
I actually saw this on Twitter today, today. So there was this educator. Actually, I think she's a high school teacher lah.
Yep.
So her students found her TikTok And then her student went and comment on one of her videos. I don't know what the video was, but the comment went, "Ooh, Miss Alisa drinks." It's like your student found out something that you are supposed to
not do.
Not let them find out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So does that mean like if you are an educator, you should not be doing these things because you are supposedly a
role model
to your students?
I feel there is like, that's why sometimes I'm also very conscious about some things I post online, because I do have my students following me. Like you just like say like every time we're involved with students, we're involved with kids, you just really have to think things through very, very carefully. Like I'm not saying that she shouldn't be drinking, but maybe what she could have done is she could have private her account.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it to her friends, to make sure, because she is a role model to these students.
It is true.
And at this age, they are obviously not old enough to drink.
No,
it's
but I think
when you're
but I think she didn't expect her students to find her TikTok or like be on social media, right?
Exactly. That's the thing. Now kids these days are so good with their phones. I see like a 4-year-old with the iPad, but then also they're so good.
Yeah.
That day I was playing Valorant, I got scolded by this, I don't know, 9-year-old kid. Pick up my gun, press F. I'm like, oh no, I feel like uncle already. This kid needs to teach you how to pick up the gun. But so she could have done something to, try and make sure that does not happen.
Yeah, like is it because she already chose to be a teacher? That's why she should be prepared to do all these things.
Yeah, when you become an educator, I think there is a responsibility that you have to take upon yourself outside of your work life as well, because whether you're in school or you're not in school, you are still the teacher.
Yeah.
Do you realize, like, I don't know about you, like if you were to meet your high school teacher right now, not in school anymore, I'm pretty sure you still call them like cikgu, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. They are your teachers for life.
Yeah.
Teachers will always be your teachers for life.
That's such an interesting question you brought up, because because if I was in standard 5 and I saw my teacher smoking, I will also react the same way. Hey, this cikgu, he smokes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel that, I think like, it, just to echo what Ryan said, because she chose to be an educator. And when you're an educator, you kind of have the power to influence.
Yeah,
right?
you do.
Because you educate people the right things. You teach the students how to multiply correctly. You teach them morals. So as a person who is basically supposed to educate us for the right thing, it's not that she cannot drink. You're completely right. She can go get drunk, get hammered, and do whatever. I guess there are certain boundaries that she has to put up within
for
herself
the kids,
for the kids.
Yeah. And maybe let's say when the kids grow old, when the kids go to 21, 20, 25, whatever, then they can share a drink together. The dynamic has changed. There's still teacher and student, but it's you're two adults right now. You get what I mean?
You think it's okay? What about teachers with students in college? Do you think it's okay for them to party together?
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Have you? Have you partied
No
with
way.
No, I don't know.
Have I partied with my...
Okay, party with teacher no lah, but have like open house, gathering, then yes lah.
Okay.
They got drink, that kind of
Again,
thing.
the dynamic is also quite different.
Yeah, because you're already elder, because you're above the legal age of doing some things already, right?
Exactly. Like, in college, the student and the teacher can go and smoke together already, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it's in high school when the teacher wants to smoke, right? There's always like it's one corner where the students are never ever allowed to go, or they have to go outside the school gates and everything.
I even had like uni teachers who has tattoos, like not just like one here, like they have like half sleeve, full sleeve, that kind,
Really?
Like it's quite cool, yeah. But I think if he were to be in like a high school, setting, then probably no lah.
Yeah, because high school,
or either every day have to wear long sleeve, you have to cover up.
Yeah, because high school everybody is still learning, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting.
This kind of thing. But I think uni can lah. It's probably normal. Yeah,
because you're adults already.
Yeah, you're adults already.
Okay. Have you ever
expected to know how to make the right decisions?
Okay. All right. I know. Okay, and this is a funny question. I just want to ask just for fun of it. Have you ever had any lecturers hit on you before, Shubei? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Do you think it's okay to go out with your lecturer?
No. Oh my God, no. That's like against the rules.
I had to ask this because I was watching.
That's against the rules.
I was watching.
Oh my
I was
God.
watching Friends the other day, and Ross actually went out with his what do you call it? One of his students. So it's very fun. It's a really hilarious episode. But of course,
I think the context also is there lah. Like if it's like undergrad, I think it's a bit not right lah.
Right.
If it's postgrad, like someone who's maybe in like their 30s doing a master's,
Yeah.
then again, then it's a bit different also.
Yeah, it
But
is.
I guess there are some rules in place that prevents that lah. You know, after they say favoritism or whatever.
Oh.
Okay, it depends on what teacher lah. Okay, let's say you go for like guitar lessons.
Okay.
Okay, Ryan, let's say you go for guitar lessons.
Okay.
Then okay, no, your teacher, right? Okay, you're ice skating teacher ma, but your student is like not far off from your age.
That's different already. Yeah, you see, I think you're right. That's different. Like if I'm coaching someone who's my age, it's different. You know, they're not looking up to me as like just they're only looking to me as a figure skating coach.
Okay.
Whereas some of the kids, they're not just looking to me as a figure skating coach. They're looking up to me as like an adult role model. You know,
Okay.
not say role model, but like, you know, someone who is supposedly supposed to teach you things in life as well lah.
Aw. Right.
Like, there's an expectation out of you lah.
What if you get like, you know, those little your students like 10-year-old come out, Ryan, Coco, I really love you. You're my role model. Are you gonna
But the love is different love,
It's
bro.
different lah.
are you gonna break their heart, Ryan? Are you gonna say I need to focus on my life now?
I break their hearts every day. No rest for you. Go back on ice. No, go back now.
Wow, that's actually a very interesting question that you brought up, Shufei. I'm glad we talked about this. Very, 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 very interesting.
Teachers, man.
Yeah.
There are some
Yes.
really good teachers out there. I have to disclaimer, like there are some actually really, really good teachers out there.
I just want to
And
say, yeah,
I
like
hope this one bad teacher doesn't spoil all the good teachers' image lah.
I until today I've lost some of my teachers. They have passed away. I just want to say that teachers, I've loved them because number one, sometimes they are your pillar of support. No one to talk to when you are being isolated by your friends. Like, you know, you kids, you grow up. Everybody goes through, like, you know, when you're in school, right? One small thing with one small misunderstanding, you hide in the corner and you think something is wrong. I love my teachers because they brought me out of that, and teachers are the ones who basically right me from wrong. Not my primary school. Primary school teachers maybe got one or two, but my secondary school teachers, maybe it's because they are all older lah. They were all about 50, all retiring, all very motherly, all very fatherly. They were just amazing people. I love them to bits, and I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my teachers.
Appreciate your teachers, guys.
Yes.
But also
Yes.
call them out if they're doing inappropriate things.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? To be honest, I'm all in support for making school a safer place, because I believe
Same.
kids need to go to a safe place in order to grow up and learn the right things. Yeah. Wow, we start this podcast talking about pandemic and then ending about talking about school.
What to do? A long time now talk already.
I know.
Talk
Wow.
until everything come out lah.
Yeah, but,
Until my lighting also gone already. My sun also out already. You know.
yeah. But
Sorry, I'm not in the studio, guys. I don't have any lights with me. It's just the sun.
But it's so good. It's good to come back and chit chat with everyone. Once again, if you're listening to us, you've been streaming us for the past 2 years, dude. We have crossed over 1 million streams.
What?
Yes, dude. Mamak
Didn't
session.
inform us.
Yeah, and actually, no, this was back in March, so I'm not sure what we are at now. But we have crossed 1 million streams, and
Yeah.
and I like
All
it.
support, guys.
We would like to thank everyone.
Okay, after this
for-
one, 2 million already.
I hope so. So Mamak Sessions is back. You know, we're gonna be trying to record as many sessions as we can to keep you guys company. We're gonna be doing remotely, of course, until we get out of this hellhole and get back to normal studio airtime. But before we go, I just want to say you can stream us on Apple Podcasts. You can stream us on Spotify. That's where most of our listeners are from, by the way. You can stream us when you're drunk. Okay, nobody can go out. Okay, follow our socials at Mamak Sessions on Instagram, on Facebook as well. Thank you so much for chilling out with us. We'll speak to you guys next time.